Okay, we'll try to keep this video brief because I want to go into a little more detail on some of the things I said at the beginning of the previous video with the critiques on it. All along in this semester, some of you, have failed to read directions, understand what it is you were assigned to do, and it shows up in things like discussion boards, excuse me, where it says that you need to post whatever your response is, but also to respond to the post of another student. When you only do half of the assignment, you can't get more than half of the credit. The number of points that have been left on the table by things like not taking exams, not posting in discussion board, not fully following the directions on giving a speech, a lot of things where your grade has gone down simply because the assignment was missed by a considerable amount of the length of a speech, or you did not turn in a speech outline or speaker notes, or you did not cite the number of sources you were supposed to cite, or you did not do a visual as required. It's just beyond belief that points get left behind, not on the quality of the speech, not on how good a speech it was or how well researched it was, but simply because you didn't follow directions. And it costs incredibly, especially on a speech like this one. The instructions for this speech, I'm looking here, were roughly 4 pages, three and a quarter, and single-spaced, and a lot of stuff in there, and a lot of it would have told you how to make your speech even better than a lot of them were. It talked about the delivery method, it talked about audience requirements and organization, and about what to do in the outlines. It talked about the visual aid, it talked about the number of sources and the bibliography. It gave the length for the speech, and oh, by the way, just in case you wondered, your speech may time out to be 7 minutes long, but when it takes you a minute to introduce the audience, then it's not 7 minutes for the speech, it's only 6 minutes for the speech, if that's one of the factors that came into play on what you see as a difference between the length that I credit you for and what you think the length of your speech was. The other thing is, I am almost sure that some of you had people in your audience that did not meet the age requirements, but you also had them run past the camera so fast I couldn't even put the camera on pause and see their face. That's how inconsistent you were in following directions, again, of how the audience was supposed to be introduced. How many times I said an inch or two above the head, bust line, was the shot I wanted to see, you looking straight at me and talking. If you used a visual, I needed a copy of the visual when you sent me the materials that you sent me. Said it. Most of you did not follow those directions, and it cost you. So I don't know what else to say, excuse me, about your success or lack thereof in this course. I'm fairly easy to get along with in terms of what I require from you and how stringent I will be and how strident I'll be even on some of the requirements. But you got to take a step or two yourself. And when you don't do that, it costs you considerably. If you're wondering about any part of the speech and what else may have gone wrong, give me a call. I'll be happy to talk to you. My office number is in the syllabus, and generally I'm here daytime. Give me a call, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Please make sure you meet the requirements of the discussion board. You take all the tests. You follow the directions. This is not just about this class. It's about everything you do in college. Excuse me. If you don't follow the directions, and if you fail to do things, it's pretty amazing on the rubric when I look at it how many people got fair or poor, for failure to cite sources properly, how average some of the things were on your delivery and your conversationalness, the visuals, just so many things where points go down simply because of not following directions. And when you don't send your outline and you don't send your speaker notes as required, I don't know. It's just really strange. I had hoped for something a lot better in terms of the final speech. It's the big one. It's the final. Persuasion speech is the one that you get to show all that you've learned, everything you've gone over in the class, and wow everyone with the quality of what you do. So, good luck. Your points are posted in Blackboard. You can take a look there, and I'll be putting the final grades down. The points that you have are out of 1,000. If you want to figure out 900 to 1,000 would be an A, 800 to 899 would be a B, etc., etc. Just like 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100 would be in the regular grade thing. So, again, if you have any questions, give me a shout. And please let this help you function better in your other college classes in terms of what you have to do. And if you have any questions about other aspects of speech or speaking, don't hesitate to call me. You have a good one. Happy holidays to you. And if ever our paths cross again, I look forward to it. And I'm sure you'll be smarter and I will know more myself. So have a great one.